talking about SummerSlam being one night, but obviously what we do is about not just that one night, it's all the nights that lead up to it, and even about the night that follows it in terms of your overall story. And I wonder if there is any similarities between building a wrestling match and building an album.
You know what's fun? I thought about it. It's a little bit like building an album as far as the match itself is interesting. But what I'm comparing it to more, and I keep defaulting to this by accident, it reminds me more of when an album's finally finished.
Okay.
And you got to go tell the world it's finished. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm enjoying this process of like, I'm used to going on TV and having to promote an album.
Yeah.
And that's something else I'm proud of being here, Cody, is that I'm not here. I don't have an album coming out.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't going to be a big shock on SummerSlam when it's like Jelly Roll's new album coming out next Friday, or it announces something I'm in. Like, I'm not doing this for any promotion of my personal stuff. So it's been really cool to like, I look at it like my job right now is to make Randy Orton look like the apex predator he's always been.
Sure.
My job is to make Randy Orton look like the biggest, baddest son of a bitch in the WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my job is to make sure that everybody in the world knows that I think Logan Paul's a prick and that we're going to handle it on August 2nd or August 3rd.
Right.
That's my job. And I relate to that in a way that's like, when I need the whole world to know an album's coming out, like you go into a different mode because it's like you spend all this time working on this and dedicating your life to it. And all these hours of just, you know this more than anybody about this business now, of like painful, just trying to figure it out, just doing a move 30 times on a crash pad and then moving the crash pad and doing it on a thinner crash pad and doing it 20 more times and then going, all right, now we're doing it on the mat. You know what I mean? Or going from sitting down and flat back bumping to second rope, the top rope, to the snapback ropes, to just the middle snapbacks, you know what I mean? To then how do you throw the leg out? It's like, I walked in there the other day and I knew walking in that my day was going through tables. That was the wildest concept for me ever, that y'all live this way, that like all the morning I knew on the drive there that my destiny was 10 to 15 tables. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else I'm doing today, but I'm going through a bunch of tables. It is just so, I look at that like building the album.
Sure.
Like I'm building the album when I'm working, when I'm in there doing the quiet work, the work nobody sees. Them 3 or 4 hours a day that are becoming legend at the PC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I'm going out, it's like rallying the troops, like letting my people know that we get even at SummerSlam. The underdog beats the a privileged rich kid at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? The poor kid gets the kid that grew up in Westlake, gets to get in his ass. You know what I mean? Somebody was asking, like, how did you fall into this storyline? I was like, this is the easiest classic American storyline.
Yeah.
This is real blue collar, white collar storyline.
Yeah.
You know, this is my daddy sold meat out of a truck. Your daddy sold houses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is that old storyline. You know, I'm more Cleveland than Logan will ever be. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's this thing. But my job is to make sure nobody doesn't know that's happening.
It's so funny. I'm trying to think of the Ted Turner quote, but he has this great quote about advertising. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger took it to the next level. But what I like so much about what you're saying is you're talking about promoting, getting everyone who's ever opened their ears and eyes to know you're having this moment in this match. But the product you're selling them is a good product.
Yes.
That's what I like about WWE more than ever right now. If it's a bad product, I can't have that. And today with attention spans being what they're being, like you mentioned, we're talking about long-term storytelling not too long ago. Attention spans are tough, quick to look at our phone, even in any form, in any genre of entertainment, in the arts, whatever it may be. But I like the idea that you're talking about Randy Orton, who is currently kind of, I don't think Undertaker would dislike this, but he really has become the Undertaker of this locker room. If there was a real problem, probably going to go to Randy or Seth.
Yeah.
If there was somebody that I'd tell you, little Brody might come to TV with me sometimes. I'll tell little Brody, hey, go say hi to Randy. That's the number one. Same way my brother, when the one time I came to a WWE show back in the day, said, hey, you want to go meet Undertaker? Not just do you want to meet him, it's part of the experience. You're in his locker room. Like, oh, yeah. But so to everything you're saying is authentic, all the way to the fact that you have the Logan Paul, who is the opposite in terms of how we view him, but also just going about this in such an aggressive way and seeking it on his own. It's a great product. Yeah, and I love that about
the product. Is, I said this on Stephanie's pod, but I want to be a little. I didn't say it the way I could have. Is the only people who can watch a WWE event and not enjoy it are those who will not allow themselves.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Like, just get out of your head and submit to the show. Allow yourself to see it through the lens of a teenager again, and you will have the night of your life. Don't be the kid who's too cool that's in your head about, just submit to it. Like, just allow it to be as good as it actually is.
I love that.
Because you're the only one not getting it because you're not allowing it to be. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as you sit down and turn that TV on and you put that phone away and you watch, or you sit in that arena or stadium, I've been there now. That's why I'm so addicted to this stuff. And I stand on stages and arenas and stadiums 200 nights a year as well. This isn't, you know, it's not like, I'm one of the few people in this business. Even Logan had never experienced that because of where he came from. Like, he came from the internet. He never knew what a 65,000 person pop felt like. I had felt that a few times, you know what I mean? And I still went in there with like totally different pop. This is a totally different experience, you know?
I want to ask you about this. You mentioned the pop. Okay, so you're performing. What's the largest crowd you've been in front of?
75,000.
75,000 people.
Yeah, right at 80.
What that sounds like. Did it change you? Did you always after that think they're always going to sound like 75,000? Did it make you, I've heard of this thing, two of my heroes in the business, so I'm going to keep nameless in this moment. They talk about the treadmill. Say when you get on the treadmill, man, it's hard to get knocked off once you're on that treadmill, but it's hard to get on. And I've thought a lot about the noise because for a while I was like, man, if they would just react a little, oh my gosh, and then they react a lot, and then it gives you, you know, the money bumps. It's this whole. Do you feel that it's made you more attuned to how can I do this on the regular in front of stadium-sized crowds? Or does it always, every time, do you still feel like, oh, this is amazing, this is a gift?
No, it truly is everywhere. Because it's like, what I love about what we do, and you said this about the stadiums, and I didn't cut you off right then, but it made my heart smile because it's another parallel of our businesses. When you were like, I'm in a stadium, you know, the sound goes straight up. People don't know that if they're not in our business. Like, if you put me somewhere that's a bowl with nothing to catch, that sound just escapes. So like, I've had 12,000 person low ceiling arenas sound louder than 75,000 person stadiums. You know what I mean? Because the ceiling captures the sound, right? It's really unique. But to me, it's like the magic for songs is everywhere. Like if I sit in a room, if I break a guitar out right now and I sing, y'all aren't going to give me much, right? And I don't expect y'all to give me much because it's a very intimate moment. But I love that just as much. Like, I still get that feeling of like I will still go play the homie's backyard for his birthday if he wants me to. You know what I mean? Like, I have no problem like doing, like, I love every single second of it. Whether we're doing it in clubs or stadiums. Now, the difference in my business and y'all's business is there's always two people going against each other in y'all's business. At least in my bit, I get the luxury of experiencing, we're all there for one reason. One band, one sound, one soul, one feeling, one emotion. 75,000 people, we are one right now in this moment. You know what I mean? Where y'all, and that's what makes yours so much cooler because there is letdown. You know what I mean? Like, the only way I'm letting somebody down is if I like get sick on stage and can't finish the show. You know what I mean?
Like, part of it, what we do is let down. To bring them back up, hopefully.
To bring them back, for sure. To keep them stick with you and believe that it'll shake out that way. So I love it anyway. What about you? Do you still love it everywhere, or are you chasing them stadiums now?
I've had an experience where a room with 400 people in a small, I don't even know if it was an armory, a VFW hall, sounded like 40,000. I don't know anymore so much what I try really hard to use my ears and not get in my ego, not about what it is. What am I hearing, and how can I give them what they want? And it's not lost on me. It's not. It's just gotten bigger. If that and that was something I never thought I would get for this long. So I'm sorry, I'm getting like emotional. I'm grateful that it's still Like when I hear it, all the guys who work with me regularly are always like, "Oh, it's gonna be great. We go nuts for it," and then I'll hear it and I'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, this is a good crowd." Did you enjoy doing Stephanie's pod?
I enjoyed Stephanie's.
She's so good.
She is such a conversationalist too. She got deep.
So I got to tell you the Stephanie story, and I only want to tell you because I feel like I've never gotten it out there. I don't think her and I have talking about it, but it's one of my favorite moments. And to this day, she's always had, I mean, she was Stephanie McMahon, so she already had one on everybody, but I feel like she's got 20 on me because of this moment. So I was sitting at the monitor with my tag partner at the time, not aware she was standing behind me. And one of the girls who was heavy-chested runs to the ring in a run-in, and I'm watching and I'm just going dum da dum da dum da dum. I'm making the sound and dum da dum da dum da dum, and then I felt her like hand, and I went like that, and I saw her, and this is my boss. Even if she wasn't my boss, she's my boss.
Yeah.
And she just goes, "Keep going, go, cool." And I thought, like, I was mortified, and that ever since then, that's all I ever think about when we're talking. It's like, this woman can't take me seriously. She can't.
You remember the time I drum rolled the girl's boobs down to the ring?
Oh man, yeah. She's. I look forward to. I want to come on her pod because she's such a, like you said, a conversationalist.
Y'all should do the pod swap.
Deep.
The old school thing where you go do hers for an hour and a half, and then y'all just walk right on the bus.
Oh, I like that. Well, pod swap.
Yeah, a little pod swap.
Yeah.
My wife does it all the time with people. It's like
Hey,
her thing.
shout out to your wife, by the way, sharing you with us, physically sharing.
Yes.
You're getting beat up.
Yeah, she's proud of me.
She good
dude,
with it?
I'm sick. You know, I got really bruised the first week I was there. I've never done nothing physical for the record. Like, I got in jail fights and stuff, but like, I haven't lifted weights through this process. I don't have any background in anything. So just locking up with grown men, even them just softly doing this, but doing this 1,000 times that first week, I had bruises all down my shoulder.
Yeah.
I had bruises on my back, and I would like FaceTime my wife every night like a high school kid proud of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like intentionally talking or showing them the whole time, but not pointing them out, just like waiting on her to acknowledge my bruise so I could be like, yeah, your man's working hard, ain't he?